Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your Africa Cup of Nations review. As always, every day I give you the recap on the day's happenings at the Africa Cup of Nations. And today, not 2 games to talk about, 4 games to talk about. 4 games went down today, starting with Ivory Coast, Algeria. At the same time, Sierra Leone, Equatorial Guinea. Later on in the evening, we had Gambia versus Tunisia and Mali versus Mauritania. And we're going to start off with the games that started at the beginning. So, Ivory Coast, Algeria, and Sierra Leone, Equatorial Guinea. We'll start off with the one that I know all of you have clicked the video for because it involves me. Involves me, and I'm distraught. I'm confused. So for those that don't know, I am half Algerian and I'm half English, and because of that, I follow this Algeria team, you know, I feel so attached, especially with the success that this Algeria team has had over the last 3 years since winning the Africa Cup of Nations in 2019, going on a 35-game unbeaten streak. It's the second longest international streak ever. You know, Italy hold it with 37. Us, so Algeria, Brazil, and Spain all hold 35. And it could have been 36 and 37 if we hadn't lost the last 2, and the one coming today against the Ivory Coast. What I have to say about this performance, it finished 3-1 to the Ivory Coast. First and foremost, I have to say, big congratulations to La Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. You guys deserve it. The progression in the Ivory Coast team is fantastic. They started off slow, and then, as their manager said after the game today, there's been good progress. So they started a bit slow, then they picked up a little bit. They started to show a little bit of fluidity, a couple of goals, and now today against the champions, absolutely disposed of Algeria. Algeria, for me, look, I know this team very well, right? And I said this when we lost to Equatorial Guinea. This isn't the team I recognize. This Algeria team is unrecognizable. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what the circumstances are. But this is not the team I know. It's not. It's just not. All those players that are on the pitch, I know what they can do together. We all know what they can do together. That is not what they're meant to do together. That's just not. They have chemistry. They have a good brotherhood in the team. There's good combinations between some of the players. There should be loads of dribbling. There should be loads of flair in their game. There should be loads of technicality. There was none. Nothing. It was blank. It's like you have a room full of beautiful lights, right? And it's all gonna be turned on by one switch, and then the fuse in the switch is blown, and you try to flick the switch on and nothing happens. It's exactly like that. But today and the last game, Equatorial Guinea, and even the first game, Sierra Leone, you could start to see the signs. But today, I'm bamboozled for a game where Algeria had to win. It wasn't a case of let's try and play it safe. No, they had to go out and win. They all looked blank. And I can't put my finger on it. I really can't. I normally see Mahrez, for example, taking the ball and taking players on and combining and 1-2s and getting into spaces. Nothing. Belali, he's normally the guy that loves to take the ball and he loves to take players on. He tries to dribble and get past the nutmegs. He does all of that. He's done nothing this entire tournament. The same for the midfield. Benassa, he was player of the tournament the last tournament. This shows up this time in midfield. He looks clueless. Zarouki, who's come back in today, and I thought like we needed him. He looked plain. The players couldn't even pass the ball in between themselves. Ben Sebaini, who's normally a very solid defender, he left that complete left-hand side like he was living a daydream. It's like his mind wasn't in the game. The whole thing is weird. It's weird. It's very, very weird. So I don't understand it. La Côte d'Ivoire, so the Ivory Coast, went one goal up through Frank Kessie. Kessie with, again, an assist from Nicolas Pepe. Very, very bad defending. Very, very, very bad defending from Ben Sebaini. How he just allowed Pepe to literally just run past in the way that he did. And then, Kessie. He allowed Kessie to run in the way that he did. Pepe had gone on the right-hand side, then he cuts the ball in, and instead of... He was following. This is where I was confused. He was following Frank Kessie from long ago. And then he just let him go. He just stopped. He just stopped running. And then he tried to catch up with him a little bit, and then he stopped again, and then he saw the ball go to Frank Kessie, and then he started running. I'm like, stay on your man. That's not like him. He's normally very, very tight with man marking. This is what confuses me. I'm like, they are not acting like themselves. They're not. They're not, none of them. Not one player acting like themselves. Crazy. Really, really confusing. But Frank Kessie with the goal in the first half for 22nd minute. Then the 39th minute, a ball into the box. Great ball in, might I add, by Serge Aurier, who was really good today. And Sangare with the header. Another situation. Zerouki is with Sangare. He's literally got him marked, about to take the free kick. And then he just stops. He stops, he lets Sangare go. It's like he just stops looking at him and he goes, yeah, okay, go for it. I'm just going to look that way. What are you doing? And then Sangare, literally, free header, no one around him. 2-0. That's not like us. It's not like Algeria. It's really not our lesson. It's really, really not. And that's what got me confused. But 2-0 down, I knew it was finished. When we went 2-0 down, I was like, yeah, we're done. We're done. It's game over. It's game over. And then in the second half, Nicolas Pepe with the goal after 54 minutes, where he literally, I mean, he has a free-for-all. He literally does what he wants, slots it with his left hand, with his left foot, straight into the net. What stings for me is that I'm a Chelsea supporter and an Arsenal player, Guna, scores against my country now. You know, like that's like added insult onto injury. But 3-0. And then 6 minutes later, this is where it gets crazy for me. We get a penalty. Algeria get a penalty. And then I'm thinking, if we score this, maybe, I didn't really put my breath on it, but maybe, you never know. But I was watching with my dad. I told him, look, we're going to miss. We're going to miss. Lo and behold, Mahrez hits the post. When does he ever miss a penalty? He doesn't. He hasn't for us. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then we did end up scoring one later on with Bendibka with 15 minutes to go. Little consolation. But it was done. And we go out the tournament in this manner. But I do want to say, for Algeria anyway, I know I speak for all the Algerians everywhere. We are very proud of this team. We're very proud of the coach, of the manager, Belmadi, and what he's done. And we know that when we end up playing the World Cup qualifiers, are going to be happening in March. We'll see who we get. We are going to put on a much, much better show, and I think we'll be back to normal. What has happened at this tournament, for me, I really don't understand. I don't know. None of us understand. None of us know. But we're going to have to consider it just a blip. They're going to come back home. We'll see what happens. We look forward and we try to get ourselves back on track because the talent is there. The manager is there. The quality is there. We know it's there. But what's happened this tournament, I really can't put my finger on it and I really can't explain. So we'll see what happens. But Ivory Coast were fantastic. Congratulations to them. They're definitely going to go far, I reckon. Anyway, actually, I've got to tell you who are going to be playing who in the last 16. So we'll get to that. But in the other game, Equatorial Guinea beat Sierra Leone 1-0 with a fantastic long-range shot, might I add, from Pablo Ganet. The assist from Salvador. Might I just add, that Salvador player that plays for Equatorial Guinea, oh man, I mean, I hate him because of his attitude on the pitch. He's the sort of guy that will fall over at any given opportunity. He'll be telling the ref, he hurt me, or yellow card, send him off. What? He's that sort of player, right? He's like Diego Costa on steroids, okay? But on the ball, in his game, he's such a good player. This is a player that I think is going to be scouted by a top club. I'm just putting it out there now. Equatorial Guinea's Salvador, Edu, we will see who's going to scout him, because he is a talent. But yes, he's an absolute, his mentality, it makes you want to punch him. He's that sort of guy. But a great goal from Ganet. So on the outside of the box, he smashes it into the right-hand side of the net. And Equatorial Guinea beat Sierra Leone. So in that group, it's finished. Ivory Coast, top of the group with 7 points. Equatorial Guinea have gone through with 6 points. Congratulations to them. I'm very happy for them. Sierra Leone in third on 2 points. They will not be going through. They haven't made enough points. And Algeria bottom with 1. I never thought I'd say that. I really didn't think I'd ever say that. But anyway, the Group F, Gambia versus Tunisia. It finishes Gambia 1, Tunisia 0. Gambia with a very, very last minute goal to, well, send them through. It looked like they were going through anyway. But Gambia getting that last minute winner with a very good goal. A very nice hit from Jallo on the left-hand side of the box. Smashes it into the top corner. There is the whole debacle about Tunisia and the red card. There was a whole thing about a missed penalty, and then there was a red card immediately after that. Tunisia going down to 10 men. They managed to hold on up until the last minute of the game, and Gambia take the win. And then Mali in the other game beating Mauritania 2-0. The goal from Haidara in the second minute, an assist from Doumbia, and then a penalty in the second half through Ibrahim Kone, who is absolutely killing it right now, I think, in terms of goals. If I'm not mistaken, this is off the top of my head, I think he's the second highest goal scorer now, behind Abu Bakr of Cameroon. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. That's just off the top of my head because I've read his name a load of times in this group stage. So, yeah, Bissouma getting a yellow card straight after that. But Mali get the win 2-0 against Mauritania. And that group finishes Mali, top of the group, on goal difference ahead of Gambia. So Gambia are going through with them to the knockout stages. Tunisia in third, and they've made it. They've qualified. So we've got the last 16 will consist of Cameroon, Burkina Faso, the two group winners, the two in Group A. In Group B, Senegal, Guinea. In Group C, Morocco, Gabon. In Group D, Nigeria, Egypt. In Group E, Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea. And in Group F, Mali and Gambia. And the third best, the four third best placed teams are, if we look, Cape Verde, Malawi, Comoros. Congratulations, Comoros. They've qualified to the last 16. I'm very happy for them as well. Sudan have not made it. Sierra Leone have not made it. And Tunisia have made it. So, if we go to the last 16, who is playing who? So, it consists of Burkina Faso versus Gabon. Nigeria versus Tunisia. That's going to be a blockbuster game. That I do expect Nigeria to go through, if I'm honest. Guinea versus Gambia. Cameroon versus Comoros. I wish Comoros all the best. But I think Cameroon are going through in that one. Although it's a great occasion for Comoros to play against the hosts in their country. I wish Comoros the best, and I will be supporting them. Senegal versus Cape Verde. That's going to be an interesting clash. Do not write off Cape Verde, and that's going to be a big occasion against the finalists last tournament, Senegal. So we'll see what Senegal are going to do. Morocco versus Malawi. That's not going to be as easy as it looks, but I expect Morocco to go through because they are progressing quite well as well, just like the Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast versus Egypt. This is why I said, if you remember, I don't want to win the group. And, well, lo and behold, we haven't won the group. We're heading home. But Ivory Coast have won the group, and look, they have to play Egypt. You know, this is the problem. So Ivory Coast versus Egypt, that's going to be an interesting clash. I think both of them are pretty much at the same sort of level. Although, if I have to make a prediction, for me, Ivory Coast look a little stronger. So I'll go with the Ivory Coast, but I hope Egypt can pull something off, of course. Mali versus Equatorial Guinea. That's a very, very good draw for the Equatorial Guinea. They do have a chance against Mali. I think that's going to be quite equal as well. Do not underestimate Equatorial Guinea. I know Mali are the favourites, but we'll see what happens. And there we are, people. That is your roundup of the Africa Cup of Nations today. It's been done the day of another shock. Algeria head home, finishing bottom of the group. In hindsight, I hope it's all for the best. I hope there are bigger plans for Algeria going forward. And now all eyes are on the World Cup qualifying. We've got 2 games to play, and that's it. 2-leg tie. Against who? We don't know. We've got 10 teams left and 5 games are going to be drawn. So we'll see who's going to play who. And then 5 winners will be going to the World Cup in December in Qatar. So we'll see what happens. That is where Algeria's eyes are now. But Ivory Coast, congratulations. Equatorial Guinea, congratulations. And same goes to Mali, Gambia and Tunisia for making it to the last 16. So thank you so much, people. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new video. I'll see all of you then. Have a good one, people. Take care and peace.